for a team to cap out. And the worst part is if you can't quit the game, you can't destroy team kill each other, because you have to wait the 7 minutes to start a new lobby.
Yes.
Yeah,
So you can't just suicide it.
Yeah,
we got stung badly. Blunt. Well, we had a case of this in Blunt. It's 50. The number is somewhere between 50 and 70 damage to get the first ticket. And if you happen to be running big SRM brawler and you accidentally get a team kill at the same time, real easy. Like some idiot jumps in front of you, your missiles are already out of the tube. You blow about ass away, and the whole group's stuck for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Snow Dragon should have an invite.
Yep. I think that they should be able to tweak that as well, but
I've got the invite.
That's...
So the game's about...
It's more a matter of... Yeah.
Okay, so format for this is the same as it was last week. We have 4 lights, 4 mediums for the first drop, no clan streak SRMs, no strikes, and the drop mode is skirmish.
And Frozen City Night, probably most likely the biggest brawl ever. Casual, what's your pick for the game? How many games is the ISRC going to win?
I don't want to spoil anything, but I think we've got a pretty good team this time around, so I'd like to hope we can take a couple of games off JGX. I mean, look, they are the #1 Oceanic team, but I have hopes that we might be able to take a game or 2 off of them today. There was the hope that we 5-0 them, in which case the whole Oceanic Division 1 gets all shook up, because then it would actually be a fight for #1 between 2-8's JGX, but no, I think we might take 1 or 2 games at least, hopefully. Or at least just have some good matches.
Yeah, let's hope it's a close match. It's always more fun to watch a close match than a vlogging.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's the thing with the Oceanic though, is in Division 1, look, with all due respect, the fight is for 3rd place. And I don't think I'm going to upset live by saying that the fight is between OMC and ISRC for 3rd place in Oceanic. I think 2-8's comfortably will come 2nd, and I think that JGX will comfortably win it. Unless, of course, we manage to upset them.
No argument from us. We're destined for 4th place. We're rebuilding a new team, so...
Oh god, don't be so hard on yourself. I feel bad now. We'll face you tomorrow.
Well, if you want to give us a few free games, okay, Oh, apparently, apparently, you guys have both agreed not to have any flamers in tonight's matches. So a gentleman's agreement there.
That's news to me, but I wasn't involved in any of the planning, so I guess I'll see whether that's what's been held to. What's the problem with flamers?
It's somewhat... I'll say the word unbalanced, lest Kag starts shouting about salt in the channel.
Right, okay. I wasn't aware that it was that much of an overpowering influence in that AVA.
They can quite unbalance very small engagements very quickly.
So what was that map button again to bring up the teams?
To bring up the teams, it's tab, but you can't do it to let power on.
Okay, I'll lose my shit then.
Yeah, that's why it's not working. And then B to bring up the minimap, the button under backspace to bring up the scoreboard, and backspace to bring up the icons plus names.
Awesome. Well, if you haven't realised, we don't do this much.
We have the new dolly camera modes as well, but I don't know what button it is to activate them.
Awesome. We're the best prepared streamers in the world.
All I know is in the fucking patch notes it says that that those tools have been added to the game, but of course PGI didn't provide us with any instruction manual. It seems like someone
crashed.
It seems like someone may have disconnected. We were on that long wait time.
Yep, Rational has not connected to the game.
Alright, that's why we're waiting. So
there we go, they're in now.
So is he in yet?
Yep, just came in now.
Okay, that's good. The last time wants to start off this with a bloody
oh wait, no, they're killing each other. Someone fucked up something.
Sarah's on an absolute killing spree. Oh, look at that, that's cold-blooded murder, they're not even fighting back.
Well, there we go. It's always one game. You have to redrop. It's always fun.
Alright, so while they're doing this, let's have a look at the drop decks, even though I suspect they may change. Although, no, I don't think... Oh, they will have to.
Could I interrupt?
Yeah,
I had a question about the dolly cam. It can be remapped in the settings screen, apparently.
Oh, fuck!
And
Okay,
the
so I'll have a look at
toggle
that.
is default C.
Ah, okay. So do I still have to select the camera with... Do I still have to select the Mac with mouse click? And then I have to...
No idea. I'm reading off the patch notes.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, I figured I'd search for you while you guys were doing that, and yeah, C is apparently the default key for it. To toggle between free and dolly cam.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I just did it on Sarah's Mac. Oh, hang on. Apparently I can do that to Dead Macs as well. Because that sounds like a good idea.
I wish you could see team damage.
I can apparently see team chat for
Yeah, same.
JGX.
Yeah, same.
I
think they were giving shit to each other, eh?
remember when we were doing Battle for Midway Season 5, we were smack talking our own teams. We weren't smack talking the enemy.
Oh, I don't know what's going on. It's always a redrop.
Oh god, you can't tell me the damn team damage penalty affects lobbies too.
Oh, does it?
Hopefully not.
I hope
Surely
not.
not.
I love it. Someone
Surely
got banned
not.
for it.
Well, Sarah would be the one that got ticked, eh? She popped must have five, 6 mechs there.
One of the Singaporeans clan, they did a 24 mech all-in brawl.
5 SSP.
Yeah, they did one of them, and because they team killed each other, the game automatically banned them all.
Oh my god. So I think G-Hop is apologising in chat, so I think he may have brought the wrong mech, or they DC'd. I know Rathnor DC'd.
Yeah, that's right. I still have no idea what happened then.
No, well, it doesn't help. We can't see the all chat in current iteration as spectator cam.
Ah, okay. And it looks like they're ready to launch again.
Yep, alright, so this will be a quick turnaround. Hopefully we're about to see people going, "Arg, I'm fucking timed out."
What happened?
Well, hopefully we won't see people going, "I'm fucking team damage locked." No, okay, we're straight back in. So I think common sanity prevailed. Okay, so here we go for a rinse repeat. Frozen City Night, JGX versus ISRC. Now JGX has spawned on the other side than the time they last played River City, haven't they? They spawned...
yeah, yep.
Yep. So they spawned where 228 spawned last week.
Yeah, so skirmish, no caps. Looks like the same mechs.
Yep. Okay, so from JGX, we've got an Oxide, Jenna 2C, Firestarter, Cheetah, Stormcrow, Hunchy 4SP, and a Nova. Split into Light Lance, Medium Lance. Looks like the Light Lance is hanging around at the back of Dropship, probably just regrouping.
What's it called? ISRC have a Blackjack. Oh no, he's moving now. A bit late to the party. I'm going to have a quick look at the builds.
Yep.
Ethereum Oxide.
It's not a surprise.
Nova, small lasers.
We've got shots from Psychotic onto JGX. JGX is really pushing. That Light Lance is moving quickly. UAV up from Generic. Look at that, 6 UAVs in less than a second.
That's better. There we go. JGX is full on pushing into them, surrounding them. Their lights are running through.
Juju and Shinobi boarded there at pretty much exactly the same time.
Yep.
That's just turning a hell roll. We got Fergonaut and Rabbit over there fighting.
Damage-wise, they're pretty even out.
Large concentration of reds over here underneath all those red UAVs. Blue is...
Yeah, JGX are just getting the upper hand now.
starting to pull it back. Yep, we've got 2 to 3 now.
Yeah, unless a miracle, the damage numbers are pretty low for ISRC.
3 to 5. No, sorry, correction. 3 to 4 now.
They
See
are
a
at least.
lot of yellows and oranges.
They do have a lagged Jenna.
Durfee's just getting plenty of shots and damage onto Saul and MacWarrior there.
And one mech left. Can he get an extra kill for some more points?
He got some more damage in.
He's been... No, he hasn't.
And he's been de-armed.
There we go.
That was a it was a very good fight to watch. That was impressive to watch from IRC there.
Yeah, a lot better than it has been in the past.
What are you saying?
The damage is Soul top scoring on 401.
And Durfee was not far behind him at 367, and he got a lot of back shots onto Saul and Il MacWarrior there. So Juju and Psychoholic cut down pretty much at exactly the same time from what I saw. They pretty much fell on each other.
Yeah, instant killed, yeah.
I don't know what happened. They both just had a stroke or something, and they both just fell over dead. It definitely looked like JGX was doing a bit of battle buddy stuff there, just working in pairs, 2 max focus firing on a single target, and just moving on to whatever they could see at a time. Okay, the next map is Caustic Valley. 2 lights, 4 mediums, 2 heavies. Again, no strikes, but clan streaks are enabled.
Just watching the stream and I saw the first match and I'm like, oh shit, the delay stopped. I'm like, no, it was just the map where they killed each other. Thought I stuffed off again. So that's JGX 1, ISRC 0. So Casual, you've got some extra players this season?
Well, I mean, last time we probably got less players in this season than last. Last time we entered 110 players. I'm not sure how many we've got on this one, but it's, I think, slightly less, probably about 107, 108, so, yeah. If you want to count them, go right ahead, but...
Oh, your team list was too long to put on the stream, so we just didn't put team list on anymore.
I'm fine with that.
So how do you find the logistics of getting 108 people to rock up to training Monday nights or whatever you?
I delegate heavily.
Yeah, fair call.
Can you actually get them to rock up? Because, the wait times in the Asian Pacific area are like 10 to 15 to 20 minutes at the moment. So.
Well, I don't find wait times are all the problem if you play CW.
Yeah, stop playing CW. God.
Yeah.
Play the real game. CW is so boring at the moment.
Well, the problem with CW is that unless you see another team that look like they're doing attack, you could just grab the next game. Then it's always going to be with the current way that teams get formed. It's always going to be groups versus less groups. I mean, as a solo player, I'll pick up a defence if it looks like I can get an instant game, but I won't sit there and wait for one. But if I'm faced between making my team wait 10 to 12 minutes in group queue search before getting a game, or going, guys, we can do CW, we can play instantly, I'm going to choose the instant game.
But did you actually get many good teams, or mainly just... Because every time I play with you, it's bring 4 bad mechs.
Yeah. It's a great place to grind mechs, is all I have to say. But, no, I mean, look, we've sort of had a few times. The weekend's better. You'll run up against teams who are actually playing, and you can get a good game. But, I mean, honestly, like, if you've been playing and you've been dominating randoms, you do get sloppy, and then as soon as you run into a decent team, it takes you a bit to actually get into your headspace if you actually got to play, which, that can be to your advantage or your disadvantage, depending on whether you've just made your team, you're ready to go, and you hit a team who's been cakewalking pugs all day. They're sloppy and you roll through them. The best games are ones where you run up against if a game's like 48, 44 or something, that's a good game, whether you won or lost.
Yeah.
Everyone makes healthy wallet additions when the game gets to that point.
Okay, so about to move on to drop 2, Caustic Valley. Again, skirmish.
For anyone watching this on the stream, something interesting about the way the health bars are displayed. The colour of the number of the percentage health represents how close the mech is to being dead. So the number represents how much armor they've got as it is standard in game. And the colour, the closer it is to red, the more close they are to death. CT's open, side torso's open, etc. And we've lost Saul, so now we're apparently playing Forest Colony.
I love the bugs in MechWarrior. Why do they need to change after when someone leaves the group? So Casual, so how will you guys win this game? Do they have a strategy? It's a 5-minute delay, so it's all good. They won't be out of here. Are we expecting a push or more of a poke, or what are we expecting?
Well, I wish I could give you the inside scoop, but I can't because I've been offline all week. So I'm literally ignorant of just about everything. I know what mechs are coming up as far as what the guys have on the drop decks, thanks to the planning spreadsheets and so forth. But no, I couldn't tell you about strategy and whatever because I haven't been involved in the discussion or practice.
Alright, here we go.
Apparently,
drop 2.
Juju went around a corner and XL just gave out on him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They must have alphaed each other and just... Psh.
They're just blowing each other away. God, it must be weird for him to pay attention to the stream of a game he's in.
Is he in this round? At least we get to look at the dropships come in.
Yeah, very pretty. Okay, so from JGX we have Hunchback 4SP, Timber, Griffin, Oxide, Stormcrow, there's the duplicate Timber, Genera IC, and Nova Charlie.
So is Rathnor pretty much only playing the Hunchback these days, Casual?
I was a bit surprised to see him busting that out, to be honest with you.
You don't rate the mech?
But he's... No, it's a great mech. But I was just a bit surprised to see Rathnor choosing to drop in that in a competition sense. But he's been saying really good things about it and really enjoying it. So, yeah. I'm not talking him down for choosing it, just I actually thought he was going to volunteer to play one of the lights in the first drop.
Oh, okay, cool. JGX doing the same move they did last week against 228, moving the right side of the map, moving up to the D5 hill. A lot of people seem that get the D5 hill, they go on to win the game. It's just got a lot of hidey hole and peaky spots.
It's got a lot of dominating control, as we learned, 228 learned last week. A lot of great fire lines, and there's not a whole lot of cover in Caldera from what used to be Two Tits Mountain in CBT.
JGX have a lot of SRMs, but they do have 2 mechs that have dual Gorth and medium lasers.
So their plan will be to stick those 2 suckers at the back, and they're just going to get into the brawl, and while the enemy team is all distracted firing SRMs into people's faces, the Gorth mechs are just going to go and get some free damage.
Yep. We'll just wait here until the ISRC come around into the firing line.
Speaking of firing line, our MechWarriors just dumped some Gorse. Looks like Mute copped that for 5%. He'll be thinking, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, this is where the... do you know who's the drop leading tonight on your team, Casual?
Well, there's a couple of drop commanders in our team tonight, but I think Rathnor's the one who's doing the calling for this one.
New target acquired.
Lots of little red lasers streaking across the Caldera at the minute. Every now and then someone gets clipped by gorse.
Yeah, a lot of gorse fire going in and out. ISRC pushing through the centre.
UAV's gone up.
And they've engaged the lights. Jushu getting stuck on a rock maybe, or on rabbit.
I'm not sure. I think he was trying to back up. He was just a bit too slow. You can't stop these things in an instant.
Yeah, JGX have 2 or 3 mechs back on Overwatch. Just waiting for the team to push through.
The health bars are definitely in the favour of JGX at the minute.
Yeah, the longer the ISRC stay in there, I reckon the less chance they have of winning. They've got lights going up. Oh, lights are pushing left side, going after the Pasha.
Gorse, yeah. Pasha's definitely a primary there. I saw something get exploded off him.
Yep. And one down for JGX, one down for ISRC.
Yep.
The brawl was pretty much started now on the left-hand side and also on the right-hand side behind.
Sarah could be in trouble here. There we go.
Yeah, they just got split up and dominated on the left-hand side.
Cut together piecemeal.
Yeah, now they're all getting surrounded, unfortunately. Two mechs left for ISRC. And 1 mech left. Hate being the last mech alive in a match.
Yeah.
Well, there's always that hope that you clutch and kill 5, but...
Yeah.
Ilmerk Warrior pretty much didn't even get touched. Tiprat was still pretty fresh as well.
What was the end score?
End score was 8-2 to JGX. Look at me, I'm an idiot counting the number of dead markers and not the easy to know scoreboard on the left side.
Maybe you're just thorough.
Storm Crazy,
what those counters are.
most damage for JGX, and the Blackjack for ISRC. The numbers on the Light and Griffin and Black Knight were extremely low. I just don't think they could get into the fight quick enough before they got reared in the back.
I got a bit strung out there on the push. We had the Oxide pushing straight to get Pasha, and he had Sarah follow him, and half the mech stayed milling about in the Caldera from what I saw, so it looked a bit disjointed.
Yeah, it looked like they started to push left, coming from my point of view on the camera, and then JGX pushed a few mechs right, so they split up and they just had more numbers on one side and crushed them.
Very, definitely seeing how dominating that hill can be inside on the Delta 5 hill.
Yeah, 'cause I think 228 have always gone inside the Caldera, and it's just, I reckon, a really bad position myself. But us Australians, we do everything different compared to the rest of the world.
Yeah, we're backwards, aren't we? Upside down?
Yeah, apparently we just like to press W, so...
No, I don't know about you, but my W key's like super glued down. I can't take that shit off.
I thought the 228 guys just have the W on and have that as their alpha fire button to you.
I thought the trick was just rebinding, your reverse key to forward and your every other key to forward.
Yeah. Like S key, I mean, I had to get a crowbar to join. They made me make a video of me tearing the S key off my keyboard.
Initiation right.
Yeah.
So, do you reckon ISRC have more chance on the higher tonnage ones, or are they more light specialist casual?
Well, honestly, it depends on the players that we bring. I think in previous competitions we've tended to enjoy a bit more of an advantage at the lower tonnage. The JGX guys tend to really do well with those long-range, heavy, direwolves. Put Patrosis in a direwolf, and or Mechwarian, something along those lines, and that's they don't miss too many shots. So, in my experience, the best way to counter those guys is to, push the pace up close and turn it into a knife fight. Because if it becomes a long-range sniping match, in my opinion, I think JGX has got at least several of the top 5 players in the Oceanic region as far as shooting and whatever else goes. So yeah, I don't think you're going to win too many trading wars with those guys.
Especially with the long range, the longer the match goes on, the higher percentage that the sniper team is going to win.
Yeah, that's my take on it.
A lot of the maps do allow brawlers to get up and nice and close if they're planned and disciplined.
Yes.
This is not one of those maps, I would say. It can be done, it is extremely difficult. We're going to Polar Highlands next.
Polar Highlands is actually a lot of cover. People give it all this shit.
There's
actually a lot of cover on there.
I actually think it's a good map. You can actually really sneak up, like right into somebody's face if you do it well on Polar Islands. I think it's one of those maps that's quite maligned and unfairly. So I think when it first came out, I thought it was a big step up from the redesigns of Caustic and Forest Colony and River City. Nice visibility. I've yet to see what the new Grimplex is like though.
It's pretty much like the Community Warfare map, but more open.
Exactly like CW map.
Right.
More open, a giant hill.
If you spawn on the top spawn in Domination, you have about a 30-second advantage to get to the cap point. And there's no cover inside that cap point, so it's quite difficult to offset that.
We've got...
Go.
Is it Conquest next? What do we have next?
It is Conquest. Conquest Polar Highlands. This is the Victor drop. 3 mediums, 4 heavies, and a Victor. No strikes. I don't think Conquest will really come into too much play here, unless both teams decide to go Shadowcat / Cicada and rush those caps.
I'm hoping someone caps so we don't have to wait 5 minutes after the game.
Yeah, well, that's going to be the other problem.
Is there a penalty for quitting out of a private lobby, though?
No.
You can't start another lobby until the other match is finished. We tested this out last night, yeah.
Oh my god, PJ, what are you doing?
I hope the players know that.
I just told Saul that he had to put it on Conquest and he just lost his shit.
What bullshit. Like, if it doesn't prove to everyone else on my channel who was giving me shit for being salty that this is a bad change, I don't know what the fuck else will.
Hope you have a long story for us to tell, Casual, when we wait.
Oh, it's just unbelievable. I mean, if I could leak my YouTube video, I would, but apparently the bot will get all hostile and ban my ass, and that'll be fun.
Wait, message it to me, maybe I can post it, I'm not too sure.
Yeah, hang on, I'll send the link to you.
So we saw last week, Casual, on the American team, that people that were playing strategy of capping and were winning more than the highly skilled players.
Yeah, I did watch one of those. Was it 9STS versus whoever?
And that wasn't
Black Sparks, I think.
That wasn't meant to be rude to anyone. It was just the teams that have more a following of being, the best of the best, and then you got the strategy teams now. So Conquest at least brought that in, but
I mean, from what I've seen of those matches, didn't 9STS win the brawls to start with as well? I don't think you can really. I mean, look, I think in that division play, I mean, yeah, all right, you can pick one team and go they're better, but if that team has an off day, there's not that much between those teams. Yeah,
correct, yeah. I was watching the Lords AS game, I think, and the Lords demolished them all, but AS held the game up so long that their lights could just cap and win on cap.
So, Casual, you reckon if ISRC is going to bring Lerms, this will be the map to do it?
I really don't think, to be honest with you, the days you could use an LRM boat, which I have, in competition and win games with it in before that got nerfed, before when the Hunchback was. I mean, yeah, you could be punished severely for it, but there's video where we won the match with the 4J. But yeah, no, not anymore. Not since nerfing. I'd be very surprised if there was any LRMs in the drop decks.
Well, you won't be, because I'm seeing a pretty typical Highlands drop deck. I see lasers, Gorse, lasers, and pretty much nothing with missile hardpoints that I can see.
Yeah, just looking at the mechs from JGX, they're all going to have ER large lasers or large lasers. The Enforcer, yeah, definitely this is what they're going to bring.
And both sides opted to bring a Dragon Slayer.
It is probably the best one.
The best of the trash.
I'm not going to waste money buying that, so I don't really care. It's the worst mech, I reckon. Oh, hard points are so weird. And the new conquest changes have started that when you start the game casual, no points are capped at all.
Yeah, which is a bit of an interesting dynamic, but I think it's going to change for, I guess, which game modes get picked for future.
Yeah,
well, I think it's a bit limiting. I think Domination will probably take the place of Conquest in future.
I'll be honest, I've dropped maybe 3 Conquest matches in solo group queue, and because no one's voting for it, because no one wants to wait 5 minutes for the matches to end.
I think that's a smart call myself. I wouldn't vote for Conquest knowing that.
Yeah, and the Domination, I mean, you've still got the 1 minute wait after Domination, but if you've got a choice, I'll take Domination every time.
It'll be interesting. Hopefully they allow private matches to change the Domination time.
For Domination?
Say again?
Okay, Casual just talking about his dominatrix and what he got up to on the weekend. If you haven't known Casual, have a read on Whirlpool. He's got a leather fetish and...
Oh God!
Group training at Casual's house is not the same thing.
Do you really want to start this live?
Is this something we can record on Twitch?
I don't know. We better be quiet, you know.
Okay, so G Hopper in his neatly camouflaged Shadow Cat is just doing some recon. I think he might have spotted ISRC.
Yeah,
he's decided to run away.
Oh, he's back for more.
It doesn't look like ISRC brought a dedicated recon unit. It looks like they decided to go with all combat units, and Denatorium got a little bit of laser fire from the Shadow Cat. So that leaves ISRC not knowing where JGX is, and JGX knowing where ISRC is. Oh, that's an interesting bug. The minimap used to show who capped what points, now it does not.
I was about to say, would JGX just walk past the cap? It looks like it's going to be another NESCAR.
It is, that's going to be really unfortunate if it comes down to a NASCAR, but that is going to happen when you put the cap points out like this in a comp drop.
I don't mind the drop of them. I don't think JGX will have the patience to go around and around and cap. I reckon they'll storm across.
I wonder if we can't see the chat and they're just saying cap all the points so our points go up, and then at 5 minutes to go we'll rush each other. So they don't have to wait.
There we go. I knew JGX wouldn't do this capping thing. They're going for the push. They can always cap afterwards.
Lots of large lasers for ISRC.
Yep, the one of the blackjack most likely PPCs.
I'll have a look.
Yeah.
Sicko's got laser hardpoints, not PPC hardpoints.
It's interesting. Last night he was jumping with PPCs and pretty accurate.
I'm pretty sure that Chico's pretty accurate no matter what he chooses.
Damage numbers pretty even right now. No real standouts with damage. The only one below 90 is G Hopper at 89.
And Fergonaut just about to drop below 90.
And that was because G Hopper was their scout. I think he got spotted and nicked.
Wait, the scout in a Timberwolf? Fast scout.
No, he was in the Shadow Cat.
Okay, yep. Oh,
Made me doubt myself there for a minute.
Got the names mixed up.
It was like, oh shit, I can't screw this up again.
Looks like ISRC is pulled right back to the cap. They're not really interested in engaging at long range.
JGX is really showing off coordinated movements here. They're just moving as a company. Victor's in the middle. Hellbringer bringing up the back with Gorse.
And now the fight started. JGX is probably in the lower ground. Sorry, ISRC is probably in the lower ground. JGX got a nice hill to pop over.
Now, I'm not sure about that cover. They don't really seem to have a lot in that ditch, do they?
No.
And yeah, here we go for JGX is spreading out that massive wide firing line.
Ilma Coria just lost a torso.
Hurt bad.
Oh yeah, that was a big focus fire. He's fallen back and just hiding behind everyone else now.
He's going to stay alive. Hopper took some damage as well, so did Juju.
ISRC are pushing into him now.
They do not want to stay there. They've realised they've got no cover.
Yeah, ISRC I definitely have the upper hand at the moment. Hillmore Quarry is pretty much one-sided. Hopper's low and Juju's low.
Rabbit put up the UAV. Saul's dropping as well. He's becoming slightly unhealthy. That Victor is in oranges, 60% now. 50s. Juju's bought it.
You hate to be the first one to die too. Oh, he already has,
Oh,
Yep, I reckon JGX have lost this one. The focus fire from ISRC is just too strong.
They're on point. I'm not sure about that though. They're very hurt across all teams. I'm not sure I want to give this up just yet. JGX does have 2 down though, so it could be pretty close.
Yeah.
JGX carrying a lot of heavy damage. 3 mechs really ready to go. Bogonaut's killed Pasha, killed himself to do it.
Yeah,
it's over.
It's over now. ISRC do have the better position and they're timing their pokes. Yeah.
JGX on the retreat, but it is too late.
Too late.
ISRC have absolutely decimated them here.
That's what the fans want.
That's a good win for ISRC.
That's yeah, that is definitely what I would have called JGX's quote-unquote preferred range band.
And the best part is now we have a long time to wait why they go.
Now we've got a while. So I reckon this will take 5 minutes, maybe, to go out the points at current. JGX has no chance on winning on points. They're already below. And this is where it really, Jay-Z was suggesting this last night, is that if they're going to keep this, there really needs to be a predictive cap counter. At this point in the game, MechWarrior Online knows who's won. It knows how long it'll take to get to 750 points on current caps. Just let the match proceed, so long as the team that's all dead still has a possibility of winning. And if they don't, then end the match.
Just in case you guys want some more.
The question with that is, do you then scale up the endpoint to be right, the winning team has got 750 points, or do you go right, the match has ended at this point, therefore the payout is this amount of C-mils?
No, it should still.
Well,
that's the risk.
No, I mean, what they should do is there should be a timer that says this is how long. Say this happens, right, except JGX holds 4 caps. Right, so they're all dead, but they hold the majority of the caps. As soon as JGX is all dead, the game says, right then, enemy team wins in X number of seconds, minutes, whatever, and that's how long ISRC has to stop them from winning by cap.
They still get the full points and everything like that.
Yep.
Yeah, so if there's a chance JGX can win on points, by all means.
Or even I surrender button, especially in private matches. Like, JGX would surrender right now. Like, there's no doubt about that.
Like the match is won. And I mean, now it's over. Now we're just waiting for points to tick over. I think that's what needs to be done. If PGI can code that, don't know. I mean...
That's a lot of variables, in my opinion.
If they're going to... If they seriously want to go esports, if they want what we're doing right now to be big, world championship scale, like inside the convention centers, this shit's not going to fly.
Some interesting build from ISRC. They've, pretty much a lot of range, a lot of ERs.
All ERs, pretty much.
I don't think, Casual, you can give me shit about ERs anymore after this match.
Well, maybe we took some inspiration.
To be fair, one of them does have a small laser. I'm just wondering if that's just for fun.
Must be for tonnage. It's got 500 kilos and nothing to spend it on.
It would be that would be probably to jack up one of the hard points, I would guess. Maybe.
Yep.
Yeah, you're probably right there.
Most likely.
That was absolutely impressive work from ISRC. They're absolutely on the money. I thought for sure in ISRC's position with no cover against the JGX fire line, I thought they were in deep trouble.
It's actually interesting. When I went down there to view the cover, they actually did have a lot of cover that you couldn't see.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we've got to get down into the bird's eye, into the trenches.
Yeah. And the problem was JGX were popping, but they were doing it one at a time, and it just looked like they were going, calling targets, bang, 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 and torsos were just popping off every second. Yeah, the game's over.
Cap out. Hopefully that doesn't happen too many more times
Guaranteed
in
it will.
Conquest. Fun fact, if you're on the winning team and you disconnect early because you've got better things to do, you get hit with a disconnect penalty.
That's also wrong. Not wrong as in you're correct, but wrong as in poor game design.
Yeah. Like, I mean, worst case scenario, it's 12v12. You've just had a 11-12 match. You're the last mech alive. There's no one who's capped a point, and you're on a legged Atlas. Polar Highlands.
The damage.
No one's capped any points because the
damage-
game doesn't end until the timer runs out, or the because it's got nothing to do with kills anymore. It's all got to do with points.
Yeah, just quickly on the damage. The damage, yeah, JGX failed to get pretty much any damage on 90% of their players. Rabbit was pretty much the only one that got decent damage.
Once that happens, you're going to start trading out mech pilots because they're too badly damaged. They pretty much can no longer contribute.
Yeah, yep. The focus fire was extremely impressive, but Casual.
You give you guys a beer for that one.
Yeah, Ilmerk Warrior just got absolutely raped when he stepped up. So that brings it to 2-1, match 4.
Match 4 is 2 across the board. Strikes are now enabled. The map is Canyon Network. 2 lights, 2 mediums, 2 heavies, 2 assaults.
This will actually be where you'll see JGX use the strikes really well. It's been my experience that I think they use airstrikes better than anybody else.
Yeah, they do love their airstrikes.
They've got it down to a fine art.
And it looks like both teams are just going to do a full rearrange.
Getting interesting feedback in the chat about what the JGX guys did wrong from what people are saying on there.
Yeah, just poking up one at a time.
Yeah. Hemisphere rust cans.
Hemisphere rust cans.
That's rust bucket core. and I'd like it known actually that I didn't come up with that name. It started as a joke on the Whirlpool forums between Bubba King and Camel Thief and a couple of the other guys, and then they started it out, and then I'd been away for about 4 months at the time. I wasn't ever on those forums at that point. And then I came back, and all the guys that I used to play with had all scattered to the winds, Saul and Tip and a few other guys had gone JGX, Jay had gone over to 228s, a bunch of other people had gone MS and CI and whatever other units are out there. And I was like, oh, alright, well, what's this whole CW thing? And I thought you had to be part of the unit to play it. So I had a unit invite waiting for Bobby King. I'm like, oh, alright, I'll join it, and joined it, and Camel Thief, who I used to play with a lot, was in there, so I went, alright, I'll stick around. And then I thought, well, if I'm going to be part of this, we may as well make it, something worth being a part of. So I started recruiting, and then I think we might be the biggest Oceanic focused unit now. 228's obviously bigger, but that's counting all the
that's all the divisions.
North American. That's right. Yeah.
I think CAG will correct me in chat when this pops up, but I think our division 226, which is Oceanic competitive, I think we're 30-40 members.
Yeah, we've got 90 something last time I logged in, 95, 96, something like that. And I'm hoping to see that go up to about 115 or so before too long.
Do you find that, this is a discussion point, but such a large unit, especially in an area that has limited players, a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, we've sort of, I say that we're Oceanic focused, but basically we've got a chunk of Aussies, we've got a chunk of Korean players, and then we've got, a bunch of players scattered from all over the world. Like we've got people from Israel, from South Africa, everybody who knows Panzer. We've got players from all over the world as well. But the thing is that in Oceanic times, there's really, if you drop in the group queue, the competition level there is generally there's a couple of really nasty groups rolling around, and I like to think ours is one of those groups that rolls around and collects a lot of wins. I think that it's the group queues where the sharks swim in oceanic times. Like when you see the JGX crew, the 2-8s, the ISRC, yeah, and look, OMC, although you guys tend to get your groups going a little bit later than we do at night, I think, most of the time.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, you see other groups going around there, but they don't take any games off of us, and I'd imagine that you guys sort of get some wins as well.
And you just want to give me a quick second? I'm just going to cycle my recording.
No problems.
Alright, we're set. Yeah, otherwise the file turns in. So that's the 50-minute mark. So taking a little bit longer. Oh, okay, the lobby is completely empty.
Oh no. What happened?
Right. I guess they didn't like us and they fucked off. I'm gonna go cry now.
Typically, what we used to do.
Do they swap lobbies now?
Yeah, they would have to, I think, don't they?
Yeah, we'll leave the group then, Snow.
Yeah, alright, I've left. Yeah, I don't want to be fucking in charge as spectator. Fuck that. Alright, I'll wait for the next lobby invite.
My take on the whole group unit size thing, though, is it's going to be interesting in the next phase when they actually start introducing rewards. I hope that they're smart and they work out the numbers. If they're smart and they do the maths and try and work out approximately, like, if you need to own one planet per 30 members in order to get a reward, that'll help balance out the supersized units while not punishing units like KCOM who are super active and, dominate in CW. Because we don't want to grow a couple of super MS size units. Otherwise that's going to be really, I think, a shame.
Exactly what happened to World of Tanks during the early closed beta days. A couple of big units just took over the whole map and no one else could get in.
And it just turns people away.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll do my level best to become one of those super units if it becomes dramatically advantageous to do so. But from an outside wanting to see for the good of the game, I would be advocating pretty strongly that they just need to look at the maths, and you can do it with maths. You just take it and go, alright, what's the ideal number? Let's say 30 or 40 members. Okay, so let's say that MS has 200 members as a ballpark figure. They have to own more than 5 planets in order to begin earning a reward. KCOM has, let's say, 40 members. They only have to have 1 planet before they start earning a reward. And then you'll actually see people, be competitive and, make it happen, because the units will own a planet and then other units will nibble away at that and take that planet away from them.
I think what MWO needs more than anything else is back to the old closed beta days where the devs actually gave a damn and talked to us. Like they're stuck in there and they're fought Doom or whatnot. They haven't spoken to anyone except on the forums, as far as I can tell, and on Twitter for us. Like consultation.
Probably the biggest thing that shits me about MechWarrior is you have to follow Twitter, you have to follow Reddit, you have to watch the MechWarrior site, Facebook site, Steam group to actually find out what's going on with the game. They don't just stick with a single point of our website is going to get all the information on. Like if you look at Reddit, half the links to Twitter.
I can't stand reading through the official forums though. Like I think they call it the brown sea, don't they?
I call it the daily wine.
It's like you read things and it's just so many badly informed opinions and just terrible.
Should have an invite, Snow.
You can drive
I got it.
You can drive a tank through the holes in it, and I kind of go, well, I'm not going to spend my time reading this. Reddit's not too bad.
I just read the news section. Like I don't really read the forums at all.
If they don't put it on Reddit, I don't necessarily know about it unless somebody tells me, or Whirlpool.
The biggest problem is that back in the old days of DHB, big DHB before they imploded, was the devs would pop into the TS channels, ask the players what they thought. Hey, what do you reckon? Is this going good? And then it stopped. And I imagine it stopped because of the whole IGP, PGI thing, 90 days to CW, blah, blah, blah. But if honestly, if PGI wants to go competitive, if they want to go esports, if they want to go, here's $100,000 in prize money, you cannot do that without talking to the units involved in current competitions. You cannot do that without talking to the people already running competitions.
I think it's also, with that though, you've got to also be aware that not all the high-level competition players are able to step outside of what their own little narrow view of things are and go, all right, well, this is great for high-level play, but how does it reflect on overall gameplay? And I think that they're starting to get the right idea as far as small adjustments go, but what they need to do is they need to go, the best thing that they could do is they could have some sort of voting, and you have one person put together, all right, guys, we've got a poll, here's the top 6 issues, and people vote, and then they get a sense of what people see as being the most urgent things that need to get focused on. And even if they just put it on the to-do list, that would make a big difference.
Yeah.
But there's the transparency. Look, I'm grateful that they share information on Twitter, but 140 characters, there's a big chance of people reading too much into it or misinterpreting it, and
Gonna have to stop you there. I don't think a MechWarrior player's ever misread anything ever.
I mean, to put this in perspective, we can go back a year ago, and we didn't have any of this shit. They did not fucking talk. They hated the player base. The player base hated them. There were riots on the forums. There were more threads in K-Town per day than there are currently per month. Like, we have come a long way from the bad old days.
I do think that there's some people out there that just need to let go. Yes, the whole IGP thing was just terrible. Yes, they made some idiotic mistakes. But some people are still dragging them over the coals several years on. And honestly, you take the new players, and players don't care about that sort of thing. They're just, yep, cool, do I enjoy the game as it is now? Yes. Is it everything it could be? No. But look, we're still entertained. We're still playing it a couple of years on. I think that's got some value.
Yeah, we're still here. Like, the failure rate for MMOs is high per year. The failure rate is quite high, and it rises exponentially.
I think the main reason that a lot of the units are still around is just from the mates they've learnt playing the game. I think
yes.
There was a year, like 8 months, where pretty much no one in OMC played MechWarrior, but we still hung around and played other games. Then it started to get better, so we came back into the game.
Alright, here we go. Not to interrupt you guys, but we have just dropped Canyon Network Conquest. The 2222 drop, strikes enabled. So let's see what these guys do with some assaults.
But ISRC, hopefully they get this game casual and can even up the score for a fun last game.
Oh, that'll be
I'll
good
tell
to
you,
see.
if that happens, then the Oceanic division just got suddenly very interesting, because if JGX doesn't steamroll ISRC, that puts 2-8 squarely back in contention for the top spot.
Yeah. They lose 2 games. I think 2-8 to go to the top, depending on how they play.
Depending on how we go with the drop with you tomorrow.
Pretty much, you guys have a high chance. Yep, pretty much. We're a new team. So.
From ISRC, and a direwolf and a direwolf from JGX.
The direwolves are moving.
I'm not being able to see this game, but I'm going to best guess that Pasha is in one and Arctic Fox in the other.
You are correct.
Yeah, you won't make any money off that bet.
Right.
Pasha's in Dilgor side-stacked Whale, and Arctic Fox is in Daka. That's 6-5s all the way, and someone just ate Gorse.
It's interesting, the direwolves have moved into a position where they can't contest the caps.
I'm wondering if JGX has just decided stuff the caps, will kill them and deal with them later.
I think they have, yeah.
That's how I'd play it.
I didn't think this Conquest change would make a big change to the way the games are played, because obviously they can't cap anything if they're all fucking dead. ISRC's got a nice firing line set up with the assaults. Wintermute's copying a bit of Gorse fire, but he's returning it happily. There's the first airstrike.
It's actually quite smart. They've moved all the way around, so they've got the extra long range, hoping that ISRC's got more of a mid-range deck. And you look at them like JGX are just bang, 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 bang.
Juggernaut got hit hard there. He's Daka. He's not going to trade well with those Gorse Wolves.
Yeah. Well, the Daka should actually, if they got good positions, should keep the Gorse away.
ISRC hurt more, but it is early days.
I would sort of put Arctic in the top 3 players in Oceanic in terms of shooting, and well, I mean he's a good dude as well. But in terms of skill, I think Arctic is right up there. So watch whatever he shoots at, and you'll see him hit.
So who do you rate number 1 then? Oh.
Honestly, there's a couple. I think Pastrosis is one of the contenders for that as well. That dude is very, very, very good, and he's actually, I think he's also the best drop caller in Oceanic times. So, a bit unfair, anytime he's on the enemy team, they've got a big advantage.
Speaking of that, he does look like he has a sore torso. But no real damage for JGX team really. Ilmerk Warrior's getting a bit broken up from his Nova.
Sarah's about to eat an airstrike.
Fel's pushing in nice and close. And
Ill's taken a bit of damage as well. He's the most hurt on 228, but I don't think that really matters to him. ISRC are definitely more hurt at this point.
Yeah, the Banshee's shut down, overheated.
It seems to be...
Look how fast those UAVs are going down. Yeah, ISRC, yeah, just falling back. They're on the run at the moment.
They can't really get into a good firing line because they keep being shunted.
Yeah.
And the same thing happened. Same thing they did to JGX last match is happening to them now. They're being...
Yeah, JGX are herding them into bad positions.
Not a lot of damage. JGX is pretty much all fresh. And the lights are going around the back to distract Squirrel, or they might be capping.
Interesting if they cap or not. Ilmerk Walker's got to be very careful here.
They didn't run in. They are capping. Juju and Tiprat went to cap.
They look like ISRC are pushing. Their Banshees have copped a lot of hurt.
Very hurt.
Yeah, I don't think they can do that again. The advantages of seeing how hurt everyone is. That's probably why JJ's not pushing in right now. They would roughly know.
Got hurt there.
Yeah. Ilmerk Warrior pops before one of the ISD guys. It just puts a little doubt in the back of your mind.
The lights are trying to cap out. They're trying to back cap, trying to separate JGX, and they've succeeded. They've got 3 max from JGX firing, and ISRC has the attention of the others.
It's quite interesting. Ilmerk Warrior 39%, doing pretty well to stay alive in that Nova.
He's tanking out Crows. Master's getting hit hard. Saul taking a lot of damage now. Juggernaut's got a hard on for Saul. He's just getting lit up everywhere.
Yeah, and that's 2 down for ISRC. Ferg kind of pushed into their team and just got absolutely destroyed.
Saul did go down from all of that though.
Yeah, the lights are now behind them, causing problems. They've actually dropped down into the gutter, so the valley, which is probably not something you want to be.
Just fallen into the death trap.
Yeah,
and I imagine this will be the end of this match.
Can they get one more kill?
Juju's hurt enough, but I think... No, Navi...
overheated, yeah.
Finished.
Yeah. So Sal, the only one dying, he'll be loving that, and now we get to wait for the... Oh, no.
Wait for the game to finish.
Awesome.
Yeah, another 5 minutes.
Fuck, God, I forgot to put the stream on.
Oh, well, you had it turned off?
No, I had the splash plate up. Oh, no.
Oh, no, you
Really? Oh, no. There's going to be some upset people in about 5 minutes' time.
I hope we're not looking at the overlay for 5 minutes. Oops.
Well, I have that up on the screen, and yeah, sure enough, we haven't seen that. So, well, for those who are now listening to it 5 minutes on, then sorry about that.
Yeah, I blame Cash. He distracted me.
You can crucify live for that one. That's not my fault.
We'll let you know what happened. It's pretty much JGX pointed near Gamma, walked away right around the outside of the base to Epsilon, and just got a huge firing line, pushed IRC from the, I think it's the C4 hill back into the gutter, and then just turned around from pretty much Epsilon to Sigma and just pushed them down into a pit and killed them one by one.
But they died heroically. Don't
Oh,
forget
god
that
damn it! It fucking detected my... Damn it!
Trying to put links.
I tried to space it out and it fucking spotted it. Damn it.
On the bright side, we did bring you the lovely waiting for cap, so you didn't miss much.
No. Yeah, so we brought you the best part. We skipped the whole battle so you could see... I actually did this intentionally, Blunt, so you could see how bad Conquest was. So you can see that I was salty for a damn good reason!
So, by the way, for the people who are commenting on the right-hand side of the Twitch, I haven't actually signed in to Twitch because I don't think I've got an account on there, since I'm not typing anything.
Yeah, I think ISRC had a good chance there, but too much damage too early on, which really hurt them in the brawl later. JGX really did not have to give them that much of a bump in order to sit them down.
Fair call. Well, that's where you've got your direwolf, top pilots really laying out the gorse. That's always going to hurt.
And Ilmec Warrior did a phenomenal job to stay alive on 35% there. He was definitely... I'm not sure what happened to Ferg. He got, like, the red mist and he went straight after Saul.
Had to kill at least one of them.
Yeah, he just went straight to Saul and... fair cop. They got the kill. I don't know if it was worth it.
We'll
never know.
Maybe he said something unkind about his mother. Maybe there's some sort of drama that we don't know about.
There's some drama. That's good. I get my popcorn ready.
And that's game. Sorry about that, guys. So sorry.
Yeah, you can crucify life for that one. That's got nothing to do with me.
Snow was meant to remind me every game, and he didn't message me this time.
I did say, here we go.
So the numbers pretty much paint the story.
I did not think ISRC got that much damage out. I guess they did more damage than I thought at that range. I did not see that Wolverine 6k very much that whole drop. No wonder he only got 48 damage. 43 damage, sorry. I do not remember seeing him.
Yeah.
Kamikaze Viking says, the call is nice and descriptive. Thanks very much, mate. We try.
As I said, we're pros at this, so you know.
Professional.
I'm not even going to put the overlay back on. We're just going to wait this time. Fuck it all.
We're just going to wait. You may as well just leave it on. I thought that's what you were doing. We just fucking spoke to each other, like, to ourselves for like an hour. Whoops. I thought we were talking to the public. That's why I was chatting. Oh my god. Alright, so last drop, River City.
Dislike that map.
It's... the remake really didn't do much for it.
No. To be fair, MechWarrior is all about walking, so...
Much walking online, I understand.
Yeah, much walking online. Much wanking.
So let's hope ISRC can win this one and actually give Division 1 top spot a bit of a shake-up.
3-2 will be a really good score to see, and JGX, I reckon that'll shake JGX up as well. They'd probably be pretty used to 5-0ing every team or 4-1ing every team.
Well, I would like to say that we did have it 2-2 in the Battle for Midway finale, and that was quite tense.
Oh,
but that's all I'm going to say on that particular match, because there was some controversy over all of that.
So to give them background to that, so Casual...
Let's
come on!
No, we buried that particular hatchet, no need to dig up any old upsets.
I was going to talk about the dire whale that you brought, the dire wolf.
The dire star.
The dire star.
Yeah.
They thought they weren't going to lose, so they weren't going to win, so they bought a dire star, and if they probably had any other mech, they might have won that game. But yeah.
We laughed pretty hard. That was fun. And then the second drop we bought LRMs because we knew we weren't going to win that match either.
I remember Battle for Midway against ISRC. We were expecting to bring heavy lerms. That's why I was in the Jester with double AMS. Yes. And I was running forward recon the whole time. And I thought, oh, They've only brought one LRM back, and it's on that bloody stalker.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was actually a last-minute substitution. Camel went, nah, you know what, I'm going to bring some LRMs. Let's run true to form. And then he was saying that all the time you're hiding over hills, he was just, oh, which side is he coming? Flip the LRMs. And, oh, there he is.
And I noticed that 228 actually brought AMS on that game, so obviously ISRC got in their head.
We thought for sure, all of our training to Alpine Peaks for that drop deck was, what if they bring fucking Lerms? And that's the whole reason I was in that drop with a Jester.
When we were playing them, I actually strongly recommend they bring Lerms every game, like over and over. They only brought it one round, but I was very disappointed.
Well, were you around for, you think it may have been against OMC or against ISRC when we did the High Pingers League all those years ago? And for shits and giggles, we brought a A1 6LRM5 cat to fucking so HPG manifold, sat inside the spawn, and you guys ran at us, and fucking Jay-Z's like, what the fuck? And I don't know who the poor bastard was, but he's come running out. I've got a lock on him, and I've just held the trigger down, and the poor bastard had nowhere to go and died before he was anywhere near me.
Yeah.
I don't think they're at equal level to the other direct fire weapons, Gauss, ACs, what have you. But honestly, I think they have a real place, and I think if PGI wants to make an entertaining, varied game mode, I think LRMs need to come back to competitive play. I don't know if they will. I don't know if you'll see full LRM teams with a lance of Narcas and two lances of heavy LRM boats, but I think LRMs as a dynamic could be quite useful for shaking up the competitive scene.
Yeah, it's interesting because I'd like to see more range combat, just because the brawling gets so boring. Like even not even long range, mid range, 400 meter brawling or the SRMs and all that stuff gets quite boring after a while.
See, I find that a lot more fun than the previous, just simply ER large and Gauss poking. To me, that's the least fun side of things. I agree that LRMs need to be something to make it like it's something that would need a lot of design to get right.
I think the PPC for me was the best meta going back all the years.
Just because
PPC Gauss.
No. Stalkers before the pop tarting.
Yeah.
Because PPCs and Gauss, it was more of a skilled weapon to get target and then also twist. Where lasers, if you're not that good, you can just hold them and there's still the better people will pinpoint and destroy you. But
I think the real difference of what I've seen is I think the player skill check I think I've ever found in game is the release of the Archer. Because in some matches you'll be like, yep, I can twist damage all the time, I'm never getting really hurt. But then you'll drop against some guy who's actually got his eye and who's actually pretty good at the game, and he'll just find that left torso and be able to hit it all the time. And that's exactly what he's aiming for. He specifically made that call, and he's lit you up and he's just stripped you completely.
So for assaults, can't actually see what they're bringing yet. So
I better respond to Snakey's comment about ISRC only having 2 ISRC members. Most of the players that are in our teams have been doing comp with us the last few times, and they are either current or former members. So
I like how Snakey pointed out the ISRC only has 2 ISRC members, but stayed suspiciously quiet to the state of JGX's team.
They had a few more, not now. I think they've rotated people in. I think they have to rotate people in to get the prizes. I think there are prizes this season. Not too sure.
Yeah, there are prizes, and I'm in danger of missing those if I'm not healthy very soon, and that's going to really irritate me.
Well, you've got to win for the prizes because there's an only
top place
first winner, top team. Yeah. Well, we're doing our best to keep 2-8s in contention for the top place.
You know where they live? Can I give you a golf club and send you on the way? I just remembered live. You did say in the Reddit thread that I've been posting around that expect fuck ups. Well, I mean,
There we go. We are true to
People
our
were
word.
warned.
We're not liars, so like to tell the truth.
Oh, come on, you got to tell me we're broadcasting now. We're not going to make that mistake twice, are we?
No. I haven't even put the overlay on. Fuck the overlay.
That's good. I think interesting will be whatever. I'm not sure what the next big tournament is after MRBC. I presume World Championships will have been announced sometime between now and the end of MRBC. If PGI wants to make this happen this year, they're really running out of time to do a quote-unquote season.
I think they said March, didn't they? March, April they would announce it. I've just been messaged like 4 times in TeamSpeak. Make sure you turn the overlay off. So,
we've got 43 viewers now on channel, which is absolutely awesome. Thanks, guys, for the support. We hope we're providing some entertainment aside from the what do we call that overlay-related issue?
they're just trying to get on the fun facts. You know, there's going to be a test on it tomorrow.
There's going to be a pop quiz.
Yep.
Anybody who's dropped with me knows what my fun fact is, and I'd like it noted that we're talking about what's in the overlay screen about me being shot.
Or the original one was probably too embarrassing for you to put up, Casual, so I didn't put it on for you.
So posts in chat are funny because ISRC did, in asterisk, bring LRMs against us in Midway on a polar drop.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember. I don't think I was in that particular game. The one that Slender was talking about, which was against Armed, was on Canyon Network, and well, we got him with. That wasn't actually the game that I was referring to when I was talking about winning a drop before, because we beat, I can't remember which team it was, but it was on Frozen City, and basically just pinned them in place, came over the C3, pinned them in place, LRMs, walked around the dropship, just constant raining with a good old 4J back before it was crap, and it really made a difference. They couldn't do anything.
There's pretty much 2 guarantees in the Asian Pacific time zone. 1, ISRC will have Lerms, and 2, Slepnar will go for the cap. It's pretty much the only 2 things you can guarantee every time.
Pretty much. I think there's a term for that now. I'm not sure who coined it, but there's a term for that happening now in game. A term for, one of the pugs has completely abandoned the team and run off to do his own thing. And I'll give you one guess to what it is.
If it's casualing, then I'm going to be horribly upset.
It goes getting Slepnid.
Right. Oh look, the player himself is a nice enough guy. I haven't really dropped with him in a long time, so
yeah, I've never actually spoken to him.
To gently suggest that he doesn't do that so much, but you know, look.
He's playing the objective, you know.
Oh, look at the shots fired by Benjo. Like, listen to a Tier 5 support group, I love it.
Lol at these commentators. Tier 5 support group.
It's Australian time zone, mate.
Right now they're working out how to permaban you, but still, that was a pretty funny comment.
We've got Rathnor here. I just played the last 4 games. Where do you think he went wrong on that last game, Rathnor? And quick, you've only got like 30 seconds.
Enemy team were very well coordinated. Their SRM bombers completely distracted. They had dual Gorse mechs set up for sniping, and they strung us out. We got out of position. I think we should have pushed. I think we should have pushed one way, and we did it too long, and I think that's what cost us dearly.
No problems. Well, the last game is about to start. River City.
You'll do better, Wrath. Focus fire.
How's the ISRC going to win this one, Rathnor?
With blue steel.
Blue steel, that's right. We're packing Lerms on every mech. We've got lots of tag, and we've got two lights with narcs.
I don't even know if you're joking.
Please tell me, Rathnor, that plan involves atlases with LRM racks strapped to them.
Oh, yeah, but with the XL engines, of course.
Oh, yeah, you've got to have the XL engines.
And some small lasers for the close range.
Yeah.
To be honest, this is the drop deck that we have planned the least. It's a little bit done on the fly. To be honest, I was actually going to be drop commanding this one, but I really wanted to get Psychoholic in just because he's such a OP player. So I handed over the drop commanding duties to Sarah, and they were looking at a peeking game in the upper city with the lights flanking.
Okay. So JGX has dropped on 3 different spawns, just I'm assuming to get the quick caps, and then they're moving up to Gamma.
Yeah, it looks like I see, what's that, 6 mechs headed up to airport. I see Pasha again in the direwolf. They brought the double direwolf and the Mauler, and they've got a king crab in there as well. So they brought the assault lance to airport, and they're bringing in the timber and the black knight. Presumably, I'm thinking they might stand off in airport. I'm thinking that's JGX's plan. They're probably pretty happy to.
The Grasshopper's got the 5 ER large lasers again.
I will have a look. Hey.
Rasnor, do you know?
What's that, sorry?
The Grasshopper's got the 5 ER large lasers again, yeah?
It's the exact same build that he had on Polar Highlands.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not too sure, to be honest.
Yeah, 5 ER large lasers, 1 small laser. The small laser we agree, pretty much assumed to pop up a weapon. So 2 caps apiece, no one really looks like getting Cedar at all.
Yeah, well, feed is pretty much a death trap in this drop. I reckon it would be very difficult to get that. I got a love heart from Tiber. This could be the start of a beautiful, beautiful relationship. So they're just trading shots right now.
He only puts out on the first date sometimes.
Soul's King Crab, 4 Ultras, letting the Dakar. Arctic Fox also with Dakar.
Yeah, it's just going to be a pokey game for a long time, especially with 4 assaults. They can't really, don't have the momentum to flank around and stuff like that.
Something tells me you won't get 4 assaults trying to push the water.
So JGX have actually taken Cedar, put the court back into ISRC to kill them faster now. The only bright side is...
little fire starter?
Yeah. The only bright side is at least the games will go faster now. At the end of the game, I mean.
I thought for a moment I saw that...
blood pressure down.
Did you actually cap it? Like, it's not coming up on my screen, so...
It is flicked. There's no bar, it's just literally the barest amount of cap. All ISRC would have to do to flip that is to just step on it a little bit.
Okay, yep. Well, there's probably no pressure in at least the 300 mark, 400 mark. Or maybe actually, probably 300.
They're really not in trouble till about 300. They do have a... Blue team does have a bit of a lead right now. Psychoholic just took a lot of damage. I think he just ate a double gorse to the CT, because he's backing off from that trade now.
Down 85%, running away. JGX don't really need a poke at all, they just need to keep him up in the upper city, so...
I think they've just made it up to our Sleipnir comment, because all I see is that's gold, Sleipnir for the winish all of the night.
Yep. Triple checking the overlay, it's definitely turned off, it's all good. So, yeah, on this map, let's have a look in some of the mechs, we've got a long time.
Yeah, aside from Psychoholic, it looks like ISRC lights are going to make a play. They're either, I would imagine they're going to try and flip Kappa, or they're going to try and take Theta, or they're going to try and ambush Blake G here. We've got a Jenna IIC and a Jenna Oxide against a Firestarter. I think we'll know who'll win that fight.
Oh, interesting. So when you actually go into a player's match, you can see the points conquest, that's been taken.
Yeah.
More bugs in the spectator mode.
Yeah, it's just because spectator mode is really iffy. Navid's gone up to McDonald's to get a cheeseburger. Important. You gotta keep your calories up. And Camel Thief stayed down low, presumably to cover him. I would have thought they would have moved to Kappa to try and attract some of JGX's attention.
Yeah, it's interesting. So the Grasshopper, left torso is pretty much ready to pop. He lost an ER large laser in that as well. ISRC.
I wonder if that Grasshopper's XL.
Would have to be for that many weapons? I can't do the math, it's too late, too tired.
Acquired.
Look like they're moving down to the Echo 5 Delta 4-way.
Interesting. I didn't expect ISRC to give up that position, especially not when they're kind of hurt.
Yeah, they need the cap point, but I'm assuming they're getting some overview on theater before they go in and cap. Look, it's up to 400.
Not that happy. Yeah, they've got to move fast. I would have thought Kappa would have been the reasonable option. I guess they just don't know where JGX are.
Yeah.
Yep. Kappa being I mean, we see the minimap.
Yeah. How cool would it be if you see a minimap in the game, eh?
Like we
No
can see
strategy at all.
They finally decided to go Kappa, and they're gonna intercept some of JGX's light hill. Hang on, Hill Mech Warriors again taking a lot of damage. 63% in that timber, 59 now, and it's orange, deep orange.
Just from the last game, you know we can take damage, so they'll know they're on Kappa at the moment. It'll be interesting to see what they do.
Well, the lights pulled back. I expected JGX lights to intercept, but they decided to disengage. So there's tactics involved there. I'm wondering what the call is. That JGX has let Kappa get flipped. I don't know if... I think ISRC still needs theta.
Yep. Lights are coming in behind them now. This should be very interesting. See what they do.
So JGX has gone for the tactical option, having that points lead.
Yep,
now that they know their lights are disengaged to Kappa.
Yeah, their lights are moved up the city.
Could be in trouble. He's pinned down behind that rock.
So yesterday Rathnor was telling me if you go in Echo 5 it's a death trap, but that's where they've moved into.
Ferg taking a lot of damage in that direwolf.
Yeah, the Dackers is like, you have to stand out. It's really good on the push, but poking against Gorse and lasers gonna be hard to
lost half his mech.
And here come the lights, they're coming down now.
The assaults are quite hurt.
JGX lights are pushed in, and yes, yeah, gone down. 2 down. 2 Banshees are gone. And they're moving into the Mauler.
Trying to get some extra kills in, but he's going to die long before.
These lights are just absolutely pulling apart all their mechs. I think they've killed all.
Monstering.
And they're still pretty fresh. Rabbit and Blake G from JGX, they just pushed through and wiped out all your heavies and assaults.
It's just the lights, and I don't think... I would imagine the call is to disengage, but they're now engaged in combat. I don't think that's an option anymore.
And just one left, and JGX won this pretty well on their 2 lights.
Navid is not going to try and bug out, he's going to stay and fight. Maybe try to get an extra kill for those Seabells.
The pressure on the...
get Blake.
Yep.
User disconnected from your channel.
He's trying to get away. Do the Oxides outrun those fire starters?
Oh, he's trying to run away for the caps. I thought the fire starters did, depending on the build.
He could break contact here. I'm not sure if he can outrun those lights. He's getting lasered a lot.
Yeah, nah, the other Jenner is closing in fast.
Yeah, he's decided to turn and fight. He's hoping to get that fire starter. I thought maybe if he could get away,
he's been lagged.
He's fucked now.
He's been lagged.
That's the end of that story. Oh, really? Ooh, depending on how long it takes JGX to get to the caps. I don't know if ISRC can overtake them before they hit 750 on 3.
No, I don't think they can. Bring up a good point, especially with all heavy assaults. You remove the lights in this game and you have a high chance of winning on caps, I reckon.
That'd be incredibly frustrating. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd be cheering, but that'd be incredibly frustrating if they lost on caps after winning the fight.
Yeah.
They still haven't neutralised Theta or... Sorry, they have. The cap has gone. They've got Sigma and Epsilon left.
Yeah, that's the end of that. Then they needed 3 caps to win. I wonder if it was mathematically possible. I thought if that Jenna could get away, I thought ISRC could win that on caps 3-2.
Oh, it's getting close. It is getting close.
No.
Nah, they're about to get on caps now, so
2-3,
game
that's
over.
The end of that. Unfortunate, but that was tense there for a bit. JGX just out.
Oh! They won. Better Call Saul, that is. JGX.
Is they getting you high?
I may have got the teams mixed up. It's all good. So at least so I'm stuck in their private chat. Sorry about that. That was my fault. So Pasha, yeah, pretty much the Overwatch king. The Grasshopper did actually pretty well too. Look at that, Rabbit, 7 kills, 440
Wow.
damage.
That's
Those
impressive.
lights, once ISRC's heavy lance was stuck in E5, pinned down and hurt, those lights came in and just absolutely did some damage. Absolutely rooted that team.
That's actually a pro as far as it shows that the game design is good in terms of that the lights can actually be such a dominant force.
I think it is possible for an Oxide to take a Atlas or a Dire with one-on-one. It has the ammo, it has the firepower and the maneuverability, but you burn so much of your ammo getting through its armor.
Yeah.
You can be so much scarier if you wound them first and then send your lights in to do the cleanup, because they're so quick. The enemy team is usually hurt, open components, and the lights just chew on them.
So 4-1, the Polar match was definitely a highlight for ISRC. They absolutely dominated JGX in pretty much everything.
The whole match series is wrapped up just under 2 hours.
I'd like it noted my guys were ready each game. And that's an inside joke for anybody watching the stream who knows what I'm talking about.
So we've had the pre-game show, which is new for us from last week. And what does this make this? Post-game? Are we even going to have a post-game show?
Yeah, it's
Well, you two are the commentators, and my patch has finally worked. I can actually log into the client now.
Excellent.
I'll see if we can get any feedback. Just give me a sec. If you want to continue talking, I'll see if we can get one of the team leaders in.
Yeah, cool.
Soul's already disconnected, so...
Oh, fuck. Drag anyone in. Fucking drag Juju's screaming ass.
I'll just message him on 1 sec. Who is ISRC playing next week? Casual.
It has to be 2-8, doesn't it?
No.
We've played
Oh yeah, we've got GGX. Yeah.
And OMC we've had to push back to the first alternate week, so it has to be 2-8 because there's only 4 teams in Division A, I think.
I'll just have a look now. For week 3, AP Division A, you fight us, ISRC fights the Wild Ones.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so I think...
The battle of the really, really, really good-looking people.
What was that? No problem. Well, thank you anyway for coming. I can't get any of the teams to come and have a chat. They're probably busy debriefing, and JGX are probably too drunk to talk.
Too drunk to call coherently without getting the asses banned.
Yeah. So we'll leave it at that. Thank you so much for jumping in and giving ISRC point of view in the game, and Casual.
Well, thanks for having me, guys. It was good to, I mean, it was a bit different. I didn't get to see the action as it was happening. I was listening to what you guys were saying, but thanks for the company, and thanks for those people listening who are watching.
Yeah, thanks very much to everyone who watched the stream tonight. We hope you really enjoyed the stream, except for those of you who stared at the overlay OP. I think we're going to start can we start a hashtag on that? Overlay OP, please nerf PGI.
And if PGI's listening, please 2.5% missile cooldown as all the 4J needs to be balanced again rather than unbalanced.
Don't spread your LRM bullshit here.
Well, after we spent a good 5-minute segment talking about how LRMs need to be competitive.
No, I never agreed. I
don't think I'll be here on the next stream. For anyone else who's still paying attention, obviously I may be, depending on whether or not I am still crippled, will determine whether or not I am participating in the next shoutcast. As always, my shoutcast will be up sometime, probably early tomorrow, just because Australian internet sucks dicks.
What, you don't have the NBN?
That's true.
I uploaded about 0.5 Mbps. It took me 500 minutes to upload the whole hour of our match.
Oh really? I got 140, so haha.
Yeah.
If you want to send me that, I'll add that into our group, so at least the stream one will get replaced with that one.
I'll leave you to it. Thanks very much.
Have a good one, Casual.
Well, thanks for watching. Have a good night, guys.